Good morning and a very, very warm welcome to each one of my co-seekers. Welcome to this terrific Tuesday. It's going to be absolutely brilliant and we learn a lot today. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And today, before I start the Big Set programming, I wish to apprise all my co-seekers. Today is the last day and thank you for being on board. You already are there. And we've made 15 groups, subgroups for all of you. I hope you're part of them. Please let me know in the chat box if somebody is not part of it. And after today, we're not taking any more registrations. The registration will close. So yes, you're already part of them. You have somebody called a catalyst. Now, this catalyst is a seasoned Sangha Mitra who is just there to be there for you. So if you go wrong, she or he can just guide you. They are there to have your back. Suppose you falter, they'll just tell you, come, I'll handhold you, I'll guide you. And there's somebody called a booster, again, old Sangha. They're just the fallback system of the catalyst. Or if they are active, they can be active. So 4 of you are going to be new and 2 of you are going to be seasoned. So that's how we plan to have a proper setup system. Now, when it comes to assignments, I've had a lot of conversations with a few businessmen, a few businesswomen. We are unable to do the assignments. So I appreciate that sincerity and appreciate the very fact that you are at the onset saying that I'll not be able to do it. So welcome to the world of not doing it. Look, we are not here in a school where you have to do it. Those who do well will probably fare well and get more in life. And those who probably aren't doing it, something better than nothing is what I feel. At least 50% will go into you. You will get out of it. 50%, if you feel like you want to get back to doing assignments with like the way your Sangha is doing, go for it. But if you're not doing assignments, please let us know before so that we can make a separate group or maybe not have you as part of any group, because then we don't want to spoil this, the rules. And for all the catalysts, please apprise your angels and guardians what it's all about. Of course, I will also take the session in maybe a day or two. So I want all registrations to close in a day or two and then come to the next part. So we'll talk about angels, we'll talk about guardians. We've spoken about that briefly. The idea is to move on with the proper conducive atmosphere, have our communities back, have our sanghas back, and move on in life by growing every single day. Every day is an opportunity to grow. So let's not waste every day and let's make the most of it. That's the entire intention. So, all right, Ritesh sir, let's have the Pixel programming and let's pick up our energies. Even yes, yes, yes. We all are winners in this wonderful game of life. Left leg in the front, right in the back, stomach's bent. A lot of you are not bending your stomachs. You'll not get the energy in case it's not bent. That will just be movement of arms. Let's start. Yes, yes, yes. We all are winners in our wonderful game of life. Fantastic. Welcome to Terrific Tuesday. So, Puneet Bansal, please read for us. And Ritesh sir, let's have the first book for the day, Creative Visualization. So, as said before, we are intertwining mind with two parts. We are having creative visualization aided with the power of subconscious mind. These books will take us a month and we'll gradually understand the sciences that will unfold on how powerful this is. We've done this book before, even last Sangha, but we did it like at a pace. So now let's go step by step and intertwine the two books together. So, yesterday we did a very beautiful chapter about mind where we talked about how creative visualization helps us in part two. Today we'll talk about being, doing, and having. Let's understand what are these three phenomena of a person's life. So, being, doing, and having are very, very important. Let's understand them one by one and move on. Puneet, Anjuji, you can read tomorrow. Let's have it tomorrow. Today, Puneet he's already reading, so if that's okay. But and thank you everyone who's volunteered to read the members, because we will be having a list of you, and it'll be lovely to already pre-plan and have you as readers. Let's start. Ritesh sir, please ensure Puneet is on unmute. So it's very important to understand what is being, what is doing, and what is having. Most of us are never in a state of being, and being is the most important state to be. So if you are in a state which is, say, being, then you're already being here. We are living beings, we're human beings, right? So there's a reason why all of us are the way we are. So let's understand this. Preet, let's start.
Yeah, good morning. I'm audible.
Good morning. Absolutely.
Being, doing, and having. We can think of life as containing three aspects, and we can call those aspects being, doing, and having. Being is the basic experience of being alive and conscious. It is the experience we have when we are fully focused in the present moment. The experience of being totally complete and at rest within ourselves. Doing is movement and activity. It stems from the natural creative energy that flows through everything and is the source of our vitality. Having is the state of being in relationship with other people and things in the universe. It is the ability to allow and accept things and people into our lives, to comfortably occupy the same space with them.
So, so what is being? The very fact that right now we are being in a seated position, we're reading together, we're understanding the ways of life, and we're just celebrating life probably because we're just breathing and we are conscious that we're here in a session. Now we are being, we are right now here. Anything a minute ago was having, and anything if you're doing right now, it's doing. We are like in a, so right now you're being also, you're very much here and you're doing something. What are you doing? An activity where we're reading. So we are totally right now in a state of being and doing. Having is a state where, I have this. So if I say I have financial wealth, I have a relationship with the wealth. If I say I have good relationships, I have a relationship with relationships. So that's how it is. Having is some sort of attachment with something. So that's what is happening. People are in this world of having. And it is also the ability to allow and accept things the way they are and people the way they are. If we do that, we're going to have a very conducive atmosphere and we will be growing in harmony. So if you have peace, if you have harmony, if you have acceptance, and if you allow things to unfold, life is going to be so much more better. Further, we'll talk in details when we turn the page.
Being, doing, and having are like a triangle where each side supports the other. They are not in conflict with each other. They all exist simultaneously.
So if I'm not in a state of being, I can't be in a state of doing, and I can't have a state of having. They have to coexist. If I'm a human being, obviously I have materialistic goals, or I have, um, goals, personal goals. Doing, Raviji, is very simple. If you and I am meeting right now in the session on Zoom, we are doing an act together. So we are understanding life. We are here to understand. It's an activity. Whatever a person does, like right now, if my hand is moving, I'm doing an activity, I'm moving physically. If you were doing the peak state programming, we were doing physical state programming. We were in that state of doing it. So it's very, and you cannot do until you have energy. Today, if I've got a viral fever, I'm completely sapped out. Can I do anything? No, I can't. But yet I'm doing. What am I doing? I'm sleeping or I'm lying down. So doing is a state of activity, always some kind of movement, some kind of activity. And that is how we are born. You and me have been born complete, whole and complete, with a lot of creative energy having been given to us. This creative energy is flowing through us in our bodies, in our life, and that is the reason we can do something. So I hope you're clear about doing. It's all about doing. So all of us are all the time doing something. We are human beings and we are doing something. And we all have something. So they are part of the same triangle. We cannot exist without any one of them. They are in harmony and they coexist. Yes, let's continue. Any more questions? Please let me know. Thank you.
Often, people attempt to live their lives backward. They try to have more things, more money, in order to do more of what they want, so that they will be happier. The way it actually works is reverse. You must first be who you really are and then do what you need to do in order to have what you want. The purpose of creative visualization is to connect us with our being, to help us focus and facilitate our doing, and to deepen, expand, and align our having.
So right now, creative visualization is very spiritual work. Yes, it'll help us big time in achieving our goals. Of course, that's what it is meant for. But it'll connect us with our being. Our being is in the center of our being, our very existence. It'll take us deep down, make us connect. And what's beautiful about this book is it'll really help us focus on our goals. It'll help us aid into whatever we want to do. Today, if I want to have some kind of a goal, it'll help me focus on that and that goal will come true. And furthermore, it'll it'll make me in a state where am deepening my knowledge bank. I'm expanding my knowledge bank, and I am in alignment with the mother nature, with myself, with everything that I have, even relationships that I have. This book is going to facilitate all of that. And it's so beautiful to understand this. Tomorrow we'll talk about three necessity elements. Today we'll close it at this and we'll understand more about the power of subconscious mind. So, being, doing, and having are important, and all of us are made with these three elements. So, let's understand that we can't discount any one of them. If I don't have something, how do I survive? If I'm not something, how do I survive? And if I'm not doing something, how do I survive? All three are important pillars, and they comprise a human being's life. Why only human being? Any living being for that matter. So if you talk about even plants, they also have it. But human beings are necessarily with this because we come with a strong sense of attachment with what we have. That's why this book takes a deeper dive down and understand the power of our mind. Now, this beautiful book is opening for all of us. Infinite riches are around us because the treasure house is within us. That's the beautiful part. We are looking for treasures outside, but this power of subconscious mind is taking us inward, lifeward, and introducing us to this beautiful, wonderful life. Let's read it, please.
The treasure house within you. Infinite riches are all around you if you will open your mental eyes and behold the treasure house of infinity within you. There is a gold mine within you from which you can extract everything you need to live life gloriously, joyously, and abundantly.
Ultimately, in this journey of one-to-one days, all of us will become alchemists. All of us will go deeper, deeper, deeper into our beings and take off all the rusted layers and find the gold within us. Because the gold is most definitely with us, except that it's embedded. And now will be the time to dig deeper, go in deeper, and find this beautiful gold, which is all there for us. And once we do that, we will find our life glorious, everything about our life amazing, because you would have achieved all your goals. And even if you haven't achieved, the best part is you know you can achieve them, and just a mere shift and you'll be able to achieve. So that will become the most amazing thing. Let's understand.
Many are sound asleep because they do not know about this gold mine of infinite intelligence and boundless love within themselves. Whatever you want, you can draw forth. A magnetized piece of steel will lift about 12 times its own weight. And if you demagnetize the same piece of steel, it will not even lift a feather. Similarly, there are two types of men. There is the magnetized man who is full of confidence and faith. He knows that he is born to win and to succeed. Then there is the type of man who is demagnetized. He is full of fears and doubts. Opportunities came and he says, I might fail. I might lose my money. People will laugh at me. This type of man will not get very far in life because if he is afraid to go forward, he will simply say where he is. Become a magnetized man and discover the master secret of the ages.
So, how many of us are clear about this magnetized man that it's in us to become that magnetic personality? Nobody in the world will come and do that for us. But if we start dropping the layers of dirt, of grim, of doubt, what is happening in our life is Nitya Shanti, my guru, keeps saying one thing, and I am going to repeat that today for all of us again, probably. He says, "Sabse bada rog kya kahenge log." We are so fearsome about the world that we live in, and then we put on these shields of guards around us and we're unable to communicate. We can't speak our mind freely also for fear of being judged. So why is that happening? The minute you have this aspect that, okay, I will be judged, you become a magnetic personality. Why? Because you will not be your real self. You're trying to please people. People pleasers can never have a magnetized personality. Why? People who are fearsome, badass, just being the way they are, ultimately draw people to them. Why? All of us are born with infinite intelligence. We all have boundless love, but we haven't shown that yet. We haven't been told that we can express it. How many of us express true love for our families, for our loves in our life, or whatever? How many of us talk our heart out? We're all the time scared of being judged. So let's understand that let's become the most beautiful human beings ever by simply dropping off any guards. And that's the way we keep saying creative visualization is important, and so is creative writing. And we will come down to that very soon. So let's discover the master secret, which we will in our journey to go. Let's continue. Ritesh, so let's run the page.
The master secret of the ages. What, in your opinion, is the master secret of the ages? The secret of atomic energy, thermonuclear energy, the neutron bomb, interplanetary travel? No, not any of these. Then, what is the master secret? Where can one find it? And how can it be contacted and brought into action? The answer is extraordinarily simple. This secret is the marvelous miracle working power found in your own subconscious mind, the last place that most people would seek it.
So, have you heard of people who are sitting right now here and know what's happening in that part of the country or wherever? You've heard of them, right? What do? Are they born with something special? No, they are developing the skills because our mind can time travel anywhere, anything. Like I'm into Kriya meditation, and very beautifully the Guru says, just align your mind. Right now you're here, but you're able to hear something very, very far away. Hear traffic really far away. They are creating your sensory organs. Have you, if anyone has done path regression with me on the Sunday sessions or even later, how are you in this birth and you're able to hear everything from last birth? How? Nobody's touching you. Nobody's aiding you. Your subconscious mind is taking you places. It's so beautiful to understand. A strong request for everyone. Of course, it's a weekday. Weekdays are happening. If you think you have an hour and a half as a couple or as a single individual, try the past life regression therapy. This will make you understand the master secret of the ages, what you're born with, how without contact you can travel from one place to another. You'll really understand the secret. And that's why this book was imperative to come in our life now, because our mind is absolutely miraculous. It'll take us from here to there to there. What happens in hypnosis? These are very beautiful tools to align and understand our mind. Today, we're going to send the session for you, the link on YouTube. If you have time, just go for it. Please try and see what's working for you. It's really beautiful. Let's talk about the marvelous power of our subconscious mind.
The marvelous power of your subconscious. You can bring into your life more power, more wealth, more health, more happiness, and more joy by learning to contact and release the hidden power of your subconscious mind. You need not acquire this power, you already possess it. But you want to learn how to use it, you want to understand it, so that you can apply it in all departments of your life. As you follow the simple techniques and processes set forth in this book, you can gain the necessary knowledge and understanding. You can be inspired by a new light and you can generate a new force, enabling you to realize your hopes and make all your dreams come true. Decide now to make your life grander, greater, richer, and nobler than ever before.
That's something I want all of us to do. Please, when you are dream journaling, you've done that before, but please write your dreams as large as you want, as grand as you want. Please know one thing, you are born to have a magnificent life. Don't compromise and don't put limits on yourself. You know, when you have the greater riches, when you have all the things in the world, you can become even more nobler, right? You can do so much with the world around you. So what's stopping you? Just wake up, have the biggest of dreams ever, and let's make them come true. Why think twice about it? Let's go for it. Let's read.
Within your subconscious depths lie infinite wisdom, infinite power, and infinite supply of all that is necessary, which is waiting for development and expression. Begin now to recognize these potentialities of your deeper mind, and they will take form in the world without.
So until you and I start expressing what we really want in life, until we have the crystal clear, until we develop that, until we express about that, we will not be able to make them come true. So we have highly intelligent mind. Our personality is amazing. We have what's wrong? So let's understand that let's develop the skill. You and I need to work on ourselves. Until we work on ourselves, until we work on our intelligence, we'll not be able to crack our life. The code of our life is beautiful. This book will aid us and make us come closer. Let's talk about the infinite intelligence within us.
The infinite intelligence within your subconscious mind can reveal to you everything you need to know at every moment of time and point of space, provided you are open minded and receptive. You can receive new thoughts and ideas, enabling you to bring forth new inventions, make new discoveries, or write books and plays. Moreover, the infinite intelligence in your subconscious can impart to you wonderful kinds of knowledge of an original nature. It can reveal to you an open way of perfect expression and true place in your life.
So, one more thing, I want you all to try this. Just before you sleep in the night, please start asking your, firstly, thank your subconscious mind. Secondly, start asking it for answers. If you have a dilemma, you have a decision to crack, and you're not able to show which way to swing, please ask your subconscious mind. And the mind will always reply to you. Except that we have to be receptive. Until you and I am open to the ideas of hearing the inner voice, we'll not be able to gauge it. So when that comes, let's stop doubting it. Let it unfold. It's very beautiful because our subconscious mind is so wise that you have no idea. No living person in the world is as wise as your mind inside you. Isn't that wonderful that you're living in the treasure place where everything you want is available to you, except that you have to go reach out and get it. It's so simple. How do we do that? Very simply, we get going on to it. But right now, just start practicing the art, develop the muscle to talk to your mind. Let's read further.
Through the wisdom of your subconscious mind, you can attract the ideal companion as well as the right business associate or partner. It can find the right buyer for your home and provide you with all the money you need and the financial freedom to be, to do, and to go as your heart desires. It is your right to discover this inner world of thought, feeling, and power of light, love, and beauty. Though invisible, its forces are mighty. Within your subconscious mind, you will find the solution for every problem and the cause for every effect because you can draw out the hidden powers. You come into actual possession of the power and wisdom necessary to move forward in abundance, security, joy, and dominion. I have seen the power of the subconscious lift people up out of crippled states, making them whole, vital, and strong once more, and free to go out into the world to experience happiness, health, and joyous expression. There is a miraculous healing power in your subconscious that can heal the troubled mind and the broken heart. It can open the prison door of the mind and liberate you. It can free you from all kinds of material and physical bondage.
So let me tell you, this beautiful mind of ours has been used, tried, and tested by scientists and experimenters all over the world. You know, when you're in your subconscious mind, tapes are played and they help you heal, they help you find your true power. Why do you think the biggest people in the world are using the power of the subconscious mind to get answers and so successful they are? If you talk to any interesting person or any person who's inspirational, be it Tesla, anybody, they all use the subconscious mind's power to be guided. So what are we waiting for? The secret is in front of us. Let's tap it. Let's understand that this mind of ours is all the time ready to answer. This mind of ours has our back. In fact, has our back like nobody has. So let's tap into this beautiful mind of ours, which has all the light, all the love, all the beauty, and all the power in the world. And whatever the solution, the best one for you, that's going to come to you through this mind. Let's turn the page. Necessity is very important. And when we are going to be working necessity of a working basis, what is required for us? Let's understand this.
Necessity of a working basis. Substantial progress in any field of endeavor is impossible in the absence of a working basis, which is universal in its application. You can become skilled in the operation of your subconscious mind. You can practice its powers with a certainty of results in exact proportion to your knowledge of its principles and to your application of them for definite specific purposes and goals you wish to achieve. Being a former chemist, I would like to point out that if you combine hydrogen and oxygen in the proportions of two atoms of the former to one of the later, water will be the result. You are very familiar with the fact that one atom of oxygen and one atom of carbon will produce carbon monoxide, a poisonous gas. But if you add another atom of oxygen, you will get carbon dioxide, a harmless gas, and so on throughout the vast realm of chemical compounds. You must not think that the principles of chemistry, physics, and mathematics differ from the principles of your subconscious mind. Let us consider a generally accepted principle. Water seeks its own level. This is a universal principle which is applicable to water everywhere. Consider another principle. Matter expands when heated. This is true anywhere, at any time, and under all circumstances. You can heat a piece of steel and it will expand regardless whether the steel is found in China, England, or India. It is a universal truth that matter expands when heated. It is also a universal truth that whatever you impress on your subconscious mind is expressed on the screen of space as condition, experience, and event.
So get this very clear. If I want to make my dream come true, I have to put my dream in proper planning with my subconscious mind. I have to impress upon it. And how do I do that? Every day, if I manifest, every single day, if I do creative visualization, practice makes a man perfect. All of us have heard it, right? So today, I'm repeating one movie of my life, how I want to become, go from this point to that point. Every single day, I traverse. The subconscious mind is amazing and beautiful. It doesn't know what's reality and what's fiction. So every day, I'm faking it out, making it out just to go there once again, once again, once again. So I'm impressing on my subconscious mind, and once I'm impressing on, ultimately, it'll express the same thing in reality. And that's when you say, oh, my dreams have come true. Oh, I've been able to manifest so easily. Oh, my creative visualization works so beautifully. Whatever I want, I get. Why? Because you understand the basic science of your subconscious mind. Whatever I tell it, it works. Simply, I mean, you all have tried this, and I've given an example even before. Telling your pillow in the night and saying, okay, tomorrow morning I have to go for this meeting and wake me up at 4 o'clock, or, wake up for some other reason, and you will wake up at that time simply because your subconscious mind is working, not that pillow you're sleeping on. Your subconscious mind is taking your command and it's giving you exactly what you want. Alarm at that time. You don't even need alarms. Similarly, if you really want to make your life the way you really want, simply tell your subconscious mind and it'll make it come true. With this, creative visualization will help us. With this, our own mind will help us. And with this, of course, readings will help us. Let's take this further. How are prayers answered? Let's read about it.
Your prayer is answered because your subconscious mind is principle. And by principle, I mean the way a thing works. For example, the principle of electricity is that it works from a higher to a lower potential. You do not charge the principle of electricity when you use it, but by cooperating with nature, you can bring forth marvelous inventions and discoveries which bless humanity in countless ways. Your
One more
subconscious,
thing,
sorry,
Puripati, our subconscious mind is going to tell us a lot of stuff if you and I want to work on humanity and building up something good for the humanity. So get this very clear that the principles are same, but if you really want to make something for a higher purpose, we will get blessed with infinite intelligence and knowledge. So let's understand this next paragraph. Let me read, Puneet. Our subconscious mind is principle and works according to the law of belief. So there's this law of belief. It says, whatever I believe in happens. So if I have a limiting belief that, okay, this is something I can't do, so it happens. If I say, oh, every time I do this, I'm always lucky. So it is. You must know what belief is, why it works, and how it works. Whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things shall be said, shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. So if I want anything in my life, any obstacles will be removed. I can come to the top. I can get things out of my heart is simply by having this in my heart and by just believing. And everything is going to move. Mountains are going to move. Oceans are going to move. And I will get exactly what I want. So this, our law of our mind is very important. The law of mind is also equal to law of belief. And what does that mean? It means to believe in the way your mind works, to believe in belief itself. You and I have the power to change our beliefs. We know that, right? Today, I have a negative conditioning of my brain. Okay, ये मेरे साथ यही होता है, यही होता है. That's a limiting belief that I've made, or an enhancing belief. So if I think यही होता है, it would be like my belief is the more I spend, the more I get. So when I say this and I spend some money, obviously more money comes my way. So enhancing beliefs is an art bit. This is the role where affirmations play a huge role. I keep saying some things. Writing affirmations is beautiful. But if something is meant to be for you, make a just a audio out of it. Keep hearing it on the go. It'll keep entering your subconscious mind whenever possible. The belief of your mind is a thought of your mind. That is simple. And just that, nothing else. No rocket science. So what are you saying, Yuvi? Can you please tell the difference between conscious? Yes. So conscious mind is analytical mind. Our mind is in two parts. One part is conscious mind, which is thinking, planning everything, and you think you're driving the entire world. The subconscious mind is 90% of your brain, where your soul lives, where your infinite intelligence and wisdom lives. And that, if you tap into it, your life becomes a cakewalk. This book is going to teach us how to shift, how to get the power of a subconscious mind, use it in every single day and every circumstance possible. It's going to take us a while, but we will come down to it. It's a very powerful book with examples. We'll be able to understand it much better. Puneet, let's continue. All your experiences.
The law of your mind.
No, Puneet, all of your experiences.
Okay. All of your experiences, events, conditions, and acts are the reactions of your subconscious mind to your thoughts. Remember, it is not the thing believed in, but the belief in your own mind which brings about the results. Cease believing in the false beliefs, opinions, superstitions, and fears of mankind. Begin to believe in the eternal varieties,
Very please.
verities, and truths of life, which never change. Then you will move onward, upward, and Godward. Whoever reads this book and applies the principles of the subconscious mind herein set forth will be able to pray scientifically and effectively for himself and for others. Your prayer is answered according to the universal law of action and reaction. Thought is incipient action. The reaction is the response from your subconscious mind, which corresponds with the nature of your thought. Busy your mind with the concepts of harmony, health, peace, and goodwill, and wonders will happen in your life.
So again, very important to understand the magic book is helping us here. The magic book is making us see all things wonderful in every single thing and situations around. So if you and I am busy all the time counting our blessings, we're looking at the concept of harmony, looking at the best health, looking at peace around us and goodwill. What will happen? Obviously, wonders. Like attracts like, right? So if I'm thinking of something and I'm only thanking, I will attract the thanks. So let's understand how important it is to have some beliefs, have some opinions, and some emotions which are going to be detrimental for us. So we remove them, and what do we have? Then we replace them with true beliefs, the right things, and there's absolutely fearless in mind. Once that happens, eternal verities will have. We will have this eureka moment one after another. Oh wow, amazing, amazing, amazing. And life will just be upward, Godward, onward. It will never take you down ever. And this book will unfold magically. Uh, cease believing is you stop believing. Cease is a word for stop. Let's turn the page. Now, the mind is dual. And let's talk about this. It's very important to understand that all of us have this in us, and it is important to understand. Puneet, let's read.
The duality of mind. You have only one mind, but your mind possesses two distinctive characteristics. The line of demarcation between the two is well known to all thinking men and women today. The two functions of your mind are essentially unlike. Each is endowed with separate and distinct attributes and powers. The nomenclature generally used to distinguish the two functions of your mind is as follows: the objective and subjective mind, the conscious and subconscious mind, the waking and sleeping mind, the surface self and the deep self, the voluntary mind and the involuntary mind, the male and the female, and many other terms. You will find the terms conscious and subconscious used to represent the dual nature of your mind throughout this book.
So if all of you have a paper and a pencil, maybe you can do the exercise right now. On one side, write conscious mind. On the other side, write subconscious mind. Let's understand and break them into two. So, what is the conscious mind all about? The conscious mind is all the time guiding you into, it's like in a crazy frenzy activity. Some people even call it the female mind because the females are all the time like up a hard banana or thinking too much into it, going beyond too much. And the men, they say their mind is compartmentalized, so they don't think beyond. So sometimes the conscious mind is called the female mind. The conscious mind is a surface self. It's just analytical, theoretical. It's all the time thinking, oh, now what? Now what? Now what? And the conscious mind is a sleeping mind. It tends to take a power nap and switches off when it sleeps. Whereas subconscious mind is forever up. It's all the time woken up. It's conscious and it is there. It's telling you all the time. Unfortunately, you're not hearing it. So let's understand there's a lot of clutter which is happening in your mind. And a lot of it is to do with not realizing which mind is talking. This book will gradually guide us into understanding which mind to hear and what is the right thing and how do we function. All of us have a yin and yang mind. When to use a female energy, when to use a male energy, when to be conscious, when to be subconscious. Or it's just going to come so beautifully, it'll unfold in a magical fashion. Let's talk about the power of conscious subconscious minds now.
The conscious and subconscious minds. An excellent way to get acquainted with the two functions of your mind is to look upon your own mind as a garden. You are a gardener and you are planting seeds, thoughts in your subconscious mind all day long, based on your habitual thinking. As you sow in your subconscious mind, so shall you reap in your body and environment. Begin now to sow thoughts of peace, happiness, right action, goodwill, and prosperity. Think quietly and with interest on these qualities and accept them fully in your conscious reasoning mind. Continue to plant these wonderful seeds, thoughts, in the garden of your mind, and you will reap a glorious harvest. Your subconscious mind may be likened to the soil, which will grow all kinds of seeds, good or bad. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Every thought is therefore a cause, and every condition is an effect.
So ultimately, there will come a time when you will realize why has this thing unfolded like this. You'll find the cause, you'll find the effect. When you go deeper, all your answers will come in. So right now, your mind is fertile, and all you're doing is planting seeds in the form of thoughts. So this is, I really want to do it. And if why do we keep saying listen to affirmations as a podcast or listen to your manifestation? You're feeding your subconscious mind what you really want to create so that it becomes habitual to thinking that pattern all the time. So it knows in the morning, Prachi will wake up at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock and she will do this manifestation. I have to go through this entire thing again and again and again. Ultimately, what will happen? It'll say, okay, you want this, so it should be. So right now, I'm planting seeds every day. First, I planted, then I'm watering them, nurturing them. And this is why we say it's very important to have consistency. If you really want to crack your life in a way that whatever you want should unfold, you have to keep sowing it. If you keep sowing it, if you keep, yes, mind training, absolutely. You have to keep working on it. Otherwise, subconscious mind will not take your instructions. So please be there telling it what you really want. Of course, it's got all the wisdom in the world to tell you whether this is right or wrong for you. That's another story. We'll come down to that later. Let's take our journey forward.
For this reason, it is essential that you take charge of your thoughts so as to bring forth only desirable conditions. When your mind thinks correctly, when you understand the truth, when the thoughts deposited in your subconscious mind are constructive, harmonious, and peaceful, the magic working power of your subconscious will respond and bring about harmonious conditions, agreeable surroundings, and the best of everything. When you begin to control your thought processes, you can apply the powers of your subconscious to any problem or difficulty. In other words, you will actually be consciously cooperating with the infinite power and omnipotent law which governs all things. Look around you, wherever you live, and you will notice that the vast majority of mankind lives in the world without the more enlightened men are intensely interested in the world within. Remember, it is the world within, namely your thoughts, feelings, and imagery, that makes your world without. It is, therefore, the only creative power, and everything that you find in your world of expression that has created by you in the inner world of your mind, consciously or unconsciously.
Remember, we're all diving in deeper inside in ourselves. We are finding what's happening internally. Now we are unleashing the creative power very soon by creatively visualizing, by understanding how fertile it is. Whatever we want, we create by going inward. Now we're not looking for that outside. Now we know that the power lies within us. And this inner power is something we're going to unleash. Let's read further.
A knowledge of the interaction of your conscious and subconscious minds will enable you to transform your whole life. In order to change external conditions, you must change the cause. Most men try to change conditions and circumstances by working with conditions and circumstances. To remove discord, confusion, lack, and limitation, you must remove the cause. And the cause is the way you are using your conscious mind. In other words, the way you are thinking and picturing your mind. You are living in a fathomless sea of infinite riches. Your subconscious is very sensitive to your thoughts. Your thoughts form the mold or matrix through which the infinite intelligence, wisdom, vital forces, and energies of your subconscious flow. The practical application of the laws of your mind, as illustrated in each chapter of this book, will cause you to experience abundance of poverty, wisdom, of superstition and ignorance, peace for pain, joy for sadness, light for darkness, harmony for discord, faith and confidence for fear, success for failure, and freedom from the laws of averages. Certainly, there can be no more wonderful blessing than these from a mental, emotional, and material standpoint.
Today we'll end here. So let me sum this all up. Ultimately, our mind has all the power to do whatever we want. It's so intelligent, it will give us all the solutions. It's got that energy, the vital forces running in it, and it just flows beautifully. Now, the minute we apply our laws simply and the way this book guides us, our channels are going to be open. And when we realize that the world is full of abundance, there's no need to fear, then we'll start living a life of confidence. All of a sudden, the dark alleys in our mind will be lit up because you know you have the power. So when Shivani says that what about fears that dominate the mind? These fears will diminish. The minute you have light, the minute you have power, and okay, one affirmation I say, I am so confident in everything I do. I'm fearless. I mean, I do things so confidently. Saying that you're conditioning your subconscious mind and you're making your quality of life so amazing. Fears are the reason. So if I fear, that's where the law of attraction works and I get things to fear about. So when I know that this is so bad for my being, I will stop thinking about it. I will start enhancing only on the positive. And when I enhance on the positive, only positive will be delivered to me. So thank you, Puneet. Thank you so much. Let's now go for the great health and we'll do a short thing about great health. Let's read it. So any questions about anything that's coming your way, please feel free to ask because this is very, very true that right now we're just starting to get into this world. And there may be chaotic thoughts in our place, but let me tell you that this book is so beautiful. It unfolds automatically on daily level and tells us the power of a subconscious mind. This entire book is about that. And ultimately, once we've mastered this book, life will become magical and we will become amazing. Fear, absolutely. I agree with this. False evidence appearing real. That's what is fear is all about. Today, we'll talk about social media and the media, how it helps us in our, how we have to turn off the negative programming. So let me read this to you. Once we've committed to reconnecting to self-love, so once we start believing in self-love, which will happen very soon, there's something you may become very aware of. Messages in the media, televisions, TV shows, magazines, internet sites, they're often there to make money and make you feel about something. And they're not good enough. They're marketing strategies. Advertising focuses on making you feel like less than the perfect person you are. So they'll try and tell you Fair and Lovely is good. They'll try and tell you this perfect zero figure is good. They'll try and sell products which make you feel, oh, I will feel prettier or more handsome if I use these products. So they are playing in the psyche of our mind, and they're negative messages that we are growing up with. Let's understand that negative programming is fed into us through media. So if possible, we should stay as far as away from it. Since 1800s, advertisers have used fear, guilt, and shame techniques to create emotional imbalance and compliance for their intended goals, to get you to purchase something. So, just don't fall flat to these media. The end result is you disconnect from yourself and you feel like you need something to make you feel better, more acceptable. And that is called mind programming. And this book will help us get out of that programming in a concrete fashion. So, Hay House author Eldon Taylor describes how advertising spends such a huge amount of $149 on market research in 2007 alone. And let's forget these strategies. Now, the crux of the method is these messages that we get from these negative programming, they make us more fearsome, they make us full of guilt, they make us shame ourselves and people around us, and we choose stuff in alignment with them. And ultimately, again, these are mind games. We talked about the power of subconscious mind. They're playing with the subconscious mind. The same ad is going to be repeated again and again and again. You feel, oh, it's lovely to have a lighter color skin. If I'm not in a lighter color skin, I'm not better. So again, they are talking about us having lower self-esteem. And let's understand what is happening in our life. Children from age 8 to 18, they attach technology for an average of 8 hours per day. All of you know that, right? Even we've become victims. So we have social media, television, so much of blue light effect is there on us. Ads are also very, ads have become lesser in today's world of our, new things coming up. As in, we have these fire sticks, and of course, ads are becoming lesser. But things around you are telling you about how life is. You have higher rates of depression, you're engaging in body monitoring. I should be this weight, I should be looking like this. And you're hyper aware of things, how they are. So you're not able to take yourself. So if your hair aren't perfect, you won't move out. You're just so focused about how you're looking like. Body shaming has become more. Why do you think people have bulimia problems, or they don't eat much, or they overeat? Why do you think relationships are not so beautiful anymore? People aren't engaging in making love, people aren't engaging themselves, and there's no sexual release, and then dysfunction happens. People aren't able to love themselves. So this book is going to help us understand the need for self-love. And of course, when mirror work happens, we will be definitely in that world as well. The good news is when this book is coming our way, we'll have to be telling ourselves that there's no need for us to be conditioning ourselves, and all we do is focus on love. And as we keep moving into the world of loving ourselves, staying away from shame, and reconnect with our inner guidance, we will get so clear about how life is. And then we can choose what we want to watch, what we want to read, who we want to hang out with, and we can reprogram our brains so beautifully thanks to affirmations. Again, the minute you reinforce positive thinking and you keep cultivating your good habits, positive thoughts, our life will again become whole, perfect, and complete. And that's what is Louis Hay's efforts to making us all in a place of growth. So, Ritesh sir, let's change the page. And let's know one thing, that all of us are always growing, always evolving. And we must understand that we come to accept ourselves and love ourselves. And that's what life is all about. If I accept myself right now, people who've got weight issues or people who have skin issues, any issues, if you start embracing yourself the way you are right now, you will be first falling in love with yourself. Secondly, the same problems will start fading away. If you have any kind, if you stammer and you stop focusing on stammering, you say, I speak like an influencer. Automatically, your subconscious mind will take that power. And when you start loving yourself the way you are, when you stop judging yourself, oh, if I go in the people's crowd, and what if I stammer? Then what will happen? You're judging yourself. There's lack of love. This book is going to make us fall in love with ourselves, and we will realize that we can grow over our shame, our guilt by simply accepting ourselves. The first thing in life is to love, and to love yourself. It begins from home. So let's see that what can I do to love myself? Simply accept myself the way I am. The minute I do that, things are going to become so much more better. Heather says one thing: change implies that things are shifting and moving. So if I and you want to make a change in ourselves, we have to realize there's a shift and things are moving. It also requires you to move out of your comfort zone. Obviously, right now you're comfortable in you the way you are. You've got to make yourself more vigilant in order to move more. The more harder you try to do it, the more problems you'll have. So just flow and take an action of just saying, okay, I'll do small steps, one thing at a time. I will just lay the foundation and I will just walk and let's see where the journey takes me. The best thing about life is please start flowing. Don't expect miracles. Don't think, okay, extraordinary things will happen. Start with ordinary foundation. At least start. And what's second important is to be creative, to be sustainable, and to keep going in integrity. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Self acceptance is an expansive feeling that can open you up to finding your own answers. The minute you accept yourself the way you are, a lot of your answers will come. Okay, why am I like this? Why do I behave like this? And then they will answer you, and you would be able to understand how to make this shift. So today we'll just talk about this. Tomorrow we'll talk a little about our diet, about our weight and health. And it's all about self-love. The more we have self-love, the more life unfolds magically. So let's read this heart thought and see what's a blessing for the day. And again, I keep asking, if anyone has any questions, please don't think that you can't answer. Please don't think the book is going on and you can't answer right now. Please question, because the more we question, Niriksha has a question. Niriksha, I'll take the question immediately after the heart thought. Yeah, just give me 2 minutes. You want to read the heart thought? Okay, lovely. Oh, wonderful. So great. So the heart thought is always a blessing for all of us, and that's something which is also an affirmation. So again, it's beautiful when we see this. It's all about anger. So anger is a defense mechanism. You are defensive because you are frightened. So when people are upset, it's only because you're trying to protect your own self. So what do we do for this? The most important thing is let go. I release the past with ease and I trust the process of life. I release the past with ease and I trust the process of life. Please read for us, Niriksha.
Anger is a normal and natural process. Usually, you get angry about the same things over and over again. When you are angry, you feel you don't have a right to express it, so you swallow it down. Swallowed anger tends to lodge in your favored part of the body and manifests itself through dis-ease. For years and years, you keep packing your anger into the same place. So, in order to heal, let your true feelings out. If you cannot express them to the person directly involved, go to the mirror and talk to that person. Tell them everything. I'm pissed at you. I'm frightened. I'm upset. You hurt me. Just go on and on until all the anger is released. Then take a deep breath. Look in the mirror and ask, what is the pattern that created this? What can I do to make a change? If you can change the belief system inside that is creating this behavior, then you will not need to do it anymore.
So simply, thank you, Niriksha. It's a beautiful reading. And Puneet, of course, is magical in his reading. So thank you, both of you. So anger is absolutely ridiculous. It's something we don't even have to feel it. The more we feel anger, the more we are hurting ourselves, the more we are hurting our health. And the more you're angry, the more you're realizing that you're not a good place to be in. So if you have swallowing anger again and again and again, keeping it and building it in your body, Unfortunately, you will have some kind of dis-ease. You may have pains in your joints. You may have some kind of backaches because they are just pent up energy, which is now manifesting as dis-ease. So please start expressing. Please try taking it out immediately. And the best thing to do it is in front of the mirror. Just talk to that person as if the person is in front of you and unleash it. Say everything. If you can say to the person in front of you, like in actual, fine, great, but he or me may be, again, retaliating. So just release your anger. And for this, the best thing is she's Niharika, Niriksha, I'm saying. Louis says saying to take a deep breath. So I say take always 3 deep breaths because that will center you, align you, balance you. And then the minute you do that, open your eyes and address it properly. Why am I angry? Understand the cause and effect. Understand the pattern. If I'm angry right now on something, tomorrow I'll get angry again on it. I have to find a solution. I have to see my belief system. I have to see why I've created this. And how to get away from it is simply through affirmations. You might think affirmation is not such a big deal. Why does she keep harping? But affirmation is the most important thing in helping us in a daily life. So maybe create a set of affirmations for yourself where you think you have issues. Today, your homework is please, yesterday you wrote down about, did all of you write about what the negative programming in your minds? Did you work on that assignment to think where the negativity seeps from? Did you talk about that? You did? Very nice. It's important to understand that we all of us are in this habit of, and any breakthroughs anybody wants to share, or we can take it up on Thursday also. So, firstly, start doing your assignments every single day. Start understanding what's happening. Second, today's homework will be okay, you had a bad headache, it doesn't matter, aaj kar lijiyega, do it today. Today, you please understand, is there some negative behavior that you keep talking about every single day or very often? Today, please analyze a negative behavior, why you behave the way you do. Yesterday, you talked about your negative beliefs. Today, you talk about your negative behavior. Please do this. Yes, Raviji, please ask.
Good morning, Prachi.
Good
Good morning, all my Sangha Mitras. I have a question regarding yesterday's assignment. Question number 5, it says, did you sit quietly and write all negative beliefs you have about yourself and identify how they came?
Right.
After this, please imagine telling all negative things as listed to a 3-year-old. See how you feel. I could not understand why 3-year-old. Why
Because
telling it to 3-year-old
क्योंकि
person?
हमारे अंदर रवि जी जब हमने मिरर वर्क किया था या हम करने वाले हैं, there's a 3-year-old child which is sitting in your heart.
So 3-year-old within yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
आप
That is
रवि जी who's 3 years old is being told कि मेरा belief क्यों है? Why do I have this negative belief? And how do I think about it? ये कहाँ से आया? Beliefs हमारे बचपन में बनते हैं. When we're growing up, then the beliefs are formed. Family tells us, teachers tell us, society tells us. So that's why we go back in our past and understand where this belief came from. अभी ये सब exercise कर रहे हैं. We'll work on them very much in detail later also. अभी we are trying to analyze कि क्या negative beliefs हैं हमारे, क्या negative हमारी policies हैं, how do we react to people, anger management, all that will come in the picture as well. So अभी we're trying to understand ourselves.
okay. This is one. Second is that what is the difference between a negative thought and a negative belief?
So negative thought, अभी किसी ने कुछ किया, negative thought आ गया, पता नहीं how does he behave like this? Why does he? Negative belief is I can't do this. No matter how much I try, I can't do it. I'm conditioned to programmed to believe मुझसे तो होगा ही नहीं, मेरे बस का ही नहीं है. So that's what is a belief. And thought तो immediate कुछ आ गया thought. That's immediate thought. So that's a difference. Yeah. So anybody, Niriksha, your hand is up. Okay, I'll lower it. So Raviji, your question is done. Great. So you're saying, Yuvi, how to deal with the fear of health that keeps triggering and gives inappropriate thoughts. Simply don't focus on negativity. Just focus on good health. Why do you want to think about a headache or why do you want to think about a stomach ache? It's triggering off because you're giving it importance. Remember one thing, whatever you're focusing on expands. So if you're going to focus on your negative belief, it has to expand. So please do not think about it. Take your mind off. There's something called switch words. We'll be doing that. I'll be sending some, YouTube reference work for people who really want to work on themselves. We can switch our thoughts and our belief by feeling something happy. I made you do one exercise. Whenever you're feeling negative, just put your heart here. Think about the person who simply makes you feel happy, or some activity that makes you feel happy. Like maybe being on a trampoline, maybe just baking, maybe just dancing, maybe just being with your children, whatever makes you happy. Switch it. Negativity is bound to come. We are all human beings. We can't expect a perfect positive life. Negativity is bound to come. But how do we get over it? By simply switching our emotions. Now that's the powerhouse. All of us will power in a few days. Give yourself some day. Today is day 11, day 12. You will take some time to get over it. The pain again triggers a negative. Nikita, because you're focusing on it. If you keep focusing on the pain, it'll of course keep coming. And if you are thinking in negative feeling zone, that means you're not doing the magic book enough. I'm not talking to Nikita or to anybody particularly, but if you're still in a negative zone, that means you haven't done day 8 of magic. Magic book simply steers you away from negativity into a world of positivity. Most of the time, the anger is because of someone else. Okay, as for this, we cannot. Why don't you guys start coming on screen and sharing? So much to read and then answer. Okay, as for this, we can't let go, but simple excitement, my son waking up late is making me angry. If I let go, if he doesn't. So why do you, okay, Prakash, yes. So Nihal, you need to ask such long questions on the screen. I can't read so much and then keep answering here. I need to see who I'm talking to. I keep talking about energy. Yes, Prakash.
Yeah, hi. What if we can't find where the negative belief came from? Like there are a lot of beliefs which are from since childhood,
Hmm.
so we don't know where it came from.
So yes, there will come a time when you'll be able to make out. Just write down your list then right now. I'm sure कुछ
Okay.
ना कुछ कहीं ना कहीं तो past में मिलेगा. That maybe this thing happened why I got this belief. For example, I mean, just tell me, is there any one thing that I can talk?
I'm not a quick decision maker. I tend to analyze, or there are sometimes when I'm not able to make decisions. So
Hmm.
this is a negative belief I have. So where it came from,
But
I don't
but do you think it's negative? If you actually
know.
procrastinate and think about it, I think it's negative. Pondering over something is beautiful. Why not? Making a haste decision is probably not so cool. So,
Okay.
firstly, see if the
Sometimes I
negative,
lose opportunities that way.
but you never know what you've lost and what's coming your way. Start looking at the brighter side. This entire
Okay.
exercise is all about counting our blessings. And you will, once you realize the power of subconscious mind, Prakash, this question won't come up. Because all you have to do is ask the question and get the answer. Then the opportunities will never get lost. You will never lose anything in your life because you will have all the right answers. This book will
Hmm.
train us into it. Right now, we're only being asked to observe ourselves as an observer. That what are the negativities that I have? Do I have temper issues? Do I have some, doubting issues? That people who keep judging others, keep doubting their integrity. That's coming
Hmm.
from some lack of faith, right? So right now, we only have to observe ourselves. Let's just do
Okay.
that. If we can
Thank you.
find a reason, fantastic. If we can't, at least observe and write down on a piece of paper or the journal or the book, wherever. Yeah.
And like we have to, can we ask from our family members what are my
No,
negative beliefs?
no, no, no. Again, you'll be surrounded by your atmosphere around you. Today, Janita
Hmm.
may say something about you, but that may not be true. That's her
Hmm.
belief. This is about self-study. You're coming together as a couple to understand what you're coming in which world you're coming in, but not to work on each other. You're working on yourselves. So please
Okay.
don't take help.
Hmm.
It's
ठीक है.
self-analysis. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bharda, yes, you may ask this question. What if you don't get negative thoughts or don't believe in negative beliefs? Fantastic. Avni, you're the ideal person. Nothing negative, no negative thoughts. Amazing. How wonderful is that then? And Nehal, your question about your son, please understand you're not allowing him space. For you in your mind, waking up late is a bad idea. But I keep saying differently. What will the children do right now waking up early? क्या करवाना है आपको उन लोगों से? ठीक है, pandemic चल रहा है. What do you want them to do? So why is your take so negative about him waking up late? Bharat, you said, may I please raise your hand? This is your belief, Nehal. Please question your belief. You have been told from a childhood, jaldi utna is good. So that's your belief. So, but is that belief negative? Now that's $1 million question. So please allow people to rest. Let it be. Let children grow up in their own space. I think we are too much of control freaks as parents. And that's where the friendship, be a friend, yeah. Sometimes just chill out with them. Maybe wake up late with them. Why not? Have fun. Life is beautiful. Why do we make it complicated? Okay, so Bharata, I don't see your question coming up. I don't see your hand coming up. And I don't know how to take you on screen because until you raise your hand, I won't know your question. So should we move on to meditation? Because somebody has a question, you have to make your hand up. Thank you and everyone who keep asking. Even, I really think it's better to ask. When we have a doubt, until we pose a question, we will not really know. How do I unmute you? आपका हाथ नहीं raise होगा तो. Ritesh sir, please unmute Bharat. Spot him, find him, and then unmute him. Bharat, there's something called raise hand. Maybe it can tell you someday. Yes, raise your hand. Thank you. I put you on unmute. Are you just? I can't see you.
Morning, Prachi. Good morning,
Bharat.
Prachi. Prachi, you
Good
said
morning,
कि
ji.
you have to write down. प्राची, तुमने ये बताया कि हम ना अपनी नेगेटिव बिलीफ को लिख लें. तो there are two type of negative belief. एक तो है कि with the time we have developed, like I am not very good in technical things, or I am not a very quick decision maker, or I'm not a very balanced person. That is my thought. और एक होता है कि हम बचपन से लेके आते हैं. तो किस बिलीफ को हमें लिखना है और ये कैसे, मतलब आई एम नॉट एबल टू जो आप.
या पहली बात, आई वांट टू करेक्ट यू. टेक्निकल savvy यहाँ पर अगर 100 लोग हैं, कितने लोग टेक savvy हैं? क्यों हमारे अंदर ये बिलीफ रहता है कि वी नॉट टेक savvy, और हम बोल बोल के अपने आप को और कमजोर क्यों कर देते हैं? ये आप अफर्मेशन कर रहे हैं, आई एम नॉट टेक savvy. डू यू रियलाइज दैट? यू आर डूइंग इट, यू आर अफर्मिंग आई एम नॉट टेक savvy. जितनी बार आप बोलेंगे, यू आर स्टेइंग फर्दर फ्रॉम टेकी वर्ल्ड. I was not tech savvy before I joined these rooms. You learn it. So what's the big deal?
तो बट ना उसमें क्या होता है,
हाँ बोलिए.
डे टू डे की चीजों में मैं स्ट्रगल करता हूँ. So that is why it is coming in my brain कि I am not technical savvy.
क्या स्ट्रगल करते हैं रोज में आप? टेक्निकल ऐसा क्या काम आता है आपको? आप आश क्यों हो रहे हैं अपने को? I think that's why for your agent, fantastic. Let me compliment you. You're amazing for your agent, the way you are. आप क्यों अपने आप को बोलते हैं कि मैं तो स्ट्रगल कर रहा हूँ? You want to be like those 10-15-year-old children who are like geeks, जो ऐसे मिनटों में काम कर लेते हैं. The generation is different. They've grown up with gadgets. We have
No.
so. Bharat,
And sometimes ना I have ना I know प्राची, मतलब ना, बट ये चीज ना मेरे सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में आ नहीं रही है. Sometimes I have a lot of unconfidence, less confident person. तो
आप प्लीज, आप एक मिनट, इतना नेगेटिव बोल रहे हैं अपने लिए. पहली बात तो स्टार्ट अफर्मिंग. आई एम सुपर कॉन्फिडेंट, आई एम टेक savvy, whatever you want, start affirming that. उसका एक लिस्ट बना लीजिए, अपनी वॉइस में बोलकर व्हाट्सएप पे रिकॉर्ड कर लीजिए. कीप प्लेइंग इट अगेन एंड अगेन एंड अगेन.
yeah, that's what I am doing.
So
जो
let's
आपने
not,
बोला था,
yeah,
yes, I am doing it this. तो मतलब उसके affirmations को लिख लूं, and उस affirmations को I go on reading it and go on listening it.
हाँ, अपने emotions डाल के you listen to it. Like I am super savvy, super tech savvy. Like add those adjectives and make it look like, oh, I mean, I'm so well planned in my time. I'm so chalked out. जो भी आपको करना है, जो बनाना है, intention बनाना है, उसके affirmations बनाइए. You want my help? Please let me know. I'll connect with you on a one-to-one.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Prachi.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry, everyone. Just 2 more minutes and I'll go for the meditation. Yes, Asmi.
Good morning. My question is, I'm not able to catch up anything which I could call negative. So how could I identify what the negative belief is?
Please don't. You're blessed.
Okay.
Amazing. More power to you. If you can't find a negative, how wonderful. I would love to have students like this.
Maybe I'm not able to identify. I don't know.
It's good. It's good. You're not expanding on negative. How wonderful. Congratulations. Half the game done. Let's expand on the goodness. If you can't, it's really amazing. Most of people are conditioned with some negative beliefs. If you aren't, it's really amazing. So it's okay. Don't think too much.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Just because other people have gotten and you haven't, you're in a much better position. Trust me.
I don't know. I may be having it up, but I'm not able to check out.
No. I think you're a blessed soul. So really, just let it be. Hold on to those beautiful thoughts.
I'll do one thing. I'll catch up with Monish for that. He may help me. he does that. He does that sometimes.
Right. He's about the brat of our batch. So yes. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So great. Thank you. So what about examples do you want? Negative beliefs, for example, people say कि महीने के end में खर्चा बचता ही नहीं है, saving ही नहीं होती, कभी plumber, the women typically keep saying plumbing का खर्चा, कभी electrician खर्चा, we never can save money, इतने extra खर्चे आते. They are negative beliefs. The more they say, the more they attract. So if you're saying that, or you're saying, I'm not able to save that money for that watch I wanted to buy at the end of the year, because itne kharche aate hain, so that's a negative belief. You have programmed yourself like that. So what do you do instead? I always have enough money. I save so much of money. Have you remember? आपको याद है demonetization में ladies के पास और men के पास भर के crores निकले थे, saved from their home expenses. कैसे money निकला? And वही लोग बोलते पैसे बचते नहीं. So earning money is difficult. So yes, it's a negative belief. Teen tigara, kaam bigada is a negative belief. No, 3 is a number of creation. But we have been fed in this by the system. Why? Because people don't want us to make it big, right? So working hard is not to do with money at all. If working hard was to, yes, thank you Ritu for examples. So working hard means bichara labor jo patthar utha raha hai, building bana raha hai, he's working maximum hard. Look at him sweating and is he earning money? So yes, these Radhika will take your question tomorrow. Rohini will take your question tomorrow. Right now, the forum is tight on thing. Maybe if Ritesh sir is comfortable, I can stay back after the session. But let's conclude by having a meditation. So everyone, please get comfortable. Please sit down comfortably. Our back straight. Our feet firmly in the ground. Our hands in a Gyan Mudra or facing heavenwards. Let's wear a smile. Inhale love. Feel yourself being flooded with love. In every part of your being. Love for yourself, love for your life. Exhale love, because remember, what we give is what we get. Inhale gratitude. Let's be thankful for all that we have in our lives. And that's a lot. And let's be open to giving our thanks. So let's express our gratitude by exhaling it. Let's inhale power. Power to decode ourselves, to understand and create the life that we desire, knowing that we have the power. Exhale power. Let it be a flow. We are not stuck on anything. Life is magical. Life is blessing. Life is abundant. Let's live this abundant life by finding the deeper realms of your being and my being. Understanding that we are endowed with infinite wisdom, intelligence, that we are not negatively programmed with anyone. And all the negativity we have is just a fragment of our imagination. It's actually not true. The best way we can work on this is by affirming what we really want and flowing with life, not be stuck to ideas, philosophies, or people saying anything. Whatever we believe is true for us. Let's have the power of finding our life unfold beautifully for us. Because remember, we are the creators. We are sowing the seeds of goodness, wellness, and a life which is abundant in our fertile mind. Every day we manifest, we creatively visualize, and that's helping us understand how our subconscious mind works. And we know that we are grateful already in advance to receive our wishes coming true. And we allow the magic to unfold day by day. Every day we have a breakthrough simply because we're embracing life, totality. No more doubting, no more judging. We flow from one to another so easily. We're now doing our inner reflections of finding who we truly are, allowing ourselves to understand and accept. Gradually, we fall in love with ourselves. We are people in progress. No heavy demands from us, just flow. Let's flow with life to discover the elixir. Let's thank Mother Earth for allowing us to grow, for allowing we as human beings to grow and nurture our roots. Today, we invite three virtues. Patience. We have lived so far in this life of ours. Let time take its time, its own sweet time. Let's be patient and see the magic unfold. Acceptance. Let us accept whatever is coming is for our betterment. Let's invite belief. Let's all of us become believers. Believers of life, knowing that life has our back. That we have our back. Our subconscious mind has our back. And we are so rich in virtues and attributes with life. And so it is. Let's thank our beautiful life by looking at eye level, eyes still closed, and thanking our glorious past. We embrace all things wonderful, all the life lessons and experiences that have enriched us. Today, we thank this beautiful session, our learning, our growth. We have grown a bit. And let's thank our future because it's absolutely magical. Because we are creating our lives the way we want. How wonderful. Let's express our abundant thanks to universe by opening our hands. Dear universe, thank you for having our backs. Dear divinity, thank you for showering us with your choicest of blessings. Dear angels, thank you for cueing us in the magic, giving us so many cues. Dear guardians, thank you for guarding us with all your might. We are truly protected knowing that you have our back, that we will not falter, and even if we do, you're there to pick us up. Let's thank our heart. Spread your arms to the left and right of your heart level. Open them wider. We are yes people. We are open and receptive to love, growth, abundance, and prosperity. Wherever we turn, prosperity follows. We are love. Now fold your hands together in front of your heart, rub them together. Bless your head, especially conscious subconscious mind, because now we're thankful to it, we are understanding the science. Bless your face. your ears, neck, foot pipe, shoulders, arms, upper to lower, your backbone, upper back, spinal cord, middle back, lower back, your hips. Bless your lungs. Let the oxygen flow maintain throughout the universe. Let it be in abundance of how much ever required. Bless your heart for wanting to grow, for having that hope to grow. Bless your liver, stomach, kidneys, gallbladder, intestines, uterus, sexual organs, excretory organs, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, heels, sole of your feet, toe finger and nails. Come back up. Again, hands fold in front of your heart. Let's thank the 100 trillion cells in our body, 100,000 kilometers of blood circulation system, muscles, tissues, fibers, glands, bones, and our skin. Thank you for working in your optimum best. Dear body, please dispel anything negative, anything not required by the body, be it weight, fear, doubts. Please just continue to flow them out of our bodies through all the cells, maybe in Mother Earth. Let it be a cleanliness process all throughout. May we detox every single moment of whatever is negative. May we grow in love and be abundant. And dear body, allow me with energy to bless my loved ones, my Sangha, and the universe with whatever healing whoever needs. And so it is. Let's share our light. Pratima ji, Shelly, Poonam, Puneet, Asmeet, Monish, Rajni ji, Mom, Rigu and Naveen, Shilpa, Archana, Yashvi, Anika, Karishma, Sangeeta, Anamika, Janji, Ushaji, Celestin and Rona, Parul, Nitin, Priya, Nikita, Vanna Siddharth, Ravi Chandra ji, Ajay Anjuji, Mudita, Deepika, Nisha, Anushka, Hina, Mehak, Harshita, Rajiv and Payal, Neelam, Prakash and Jigisha, Tisha, Richa, Neetu Bhavan, Neha, Alifia, Ankur, Niriksha, Dr. Murli, Prachi, Jitendra Kumar Sarawgi ji, Shivani Gupta ji, Avinash, Shalu, Prashant, Sakshi, Vandana, Bharadbhai, Sanya, Shubha, Kripa, Veena, Rima, Neerja, Ashish, Richa, Kavita, Reena, Rashi, Ritu, Badinath, Shami and Ankur, Amit, Manisha, Akshay, Seema, Anchal, Sakshi, Radhika, Kineri, Rohini, Chaya, Nehal, Shivani, Kanchan, Surendraji, Neha, Garima, Anamika, Pooja, Ankita, Nirmalaji, Yuvi, Harpreet, Rashi. Be blessed, everyone, Radhika. Be blessed, Sapna. Be blessed and be abundant and have a wonderful life. And of course, all of us have a lot of questions. I'm not denying them. But it's so too soon in the day to start questioning. You know why? Because we're people in progress who've just begun our journey. So if you have questions, please feel free to email them to me at prachi@bond121.com. I'm going to be happy to answer, but let me tell you something. It's really too soon. We've lived a life of how many ever years with our limiting beliefs or with ourselves. Let's understand the sciences, let them unfold. Of course, we will have questions. Good to have questions, but let's understand and give ourselves patience and time. When we do that, life will magically unfold because life is truly amazing. We just that we haven't realized, we made it very complicated. So let it unfold. Of course, questions are welcome and please feel free to write them because this forum here is limited. So thank you, everyone. If I haven't answered anyone, please feel free to connect not on WhatsApp, but on email. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And tomorrow we log in through our system. Ritesh sir, you want to show everyone the system? So sir has sent you a video. I hope you all have registered for it, because if you haven't registered on that, you will from tomorrow only have email access. There will be no Zoom link given or any login ID or password. We'll only be having through our email IDs. So the first batch knows about it. Second batch, we've sent you the videos. So please go through them, register, because sir, do you want to give an update, Ritesh sir?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
I want to show the confirmation mail only, ma'am.
Yes, please. Sir, please show.
Yes.
Yeah. Ritesh sir, Ankita, Akshay haven't received an email. They would have had one email ID. It's a couple registration. So please look into that. So it's very simple. We get a link, sir, sharing with us any videos.
So, as you can see on my screen, this is the registration link, ma'am. This way we can join for the session. And the another link for the confirmation mail you will receive like this. Just a minute, I'm showing you.
Sure, sir. Please understand, only one email, which is hopefully a Gmail platform, would be comfortable for you to register.
So you will
If
receive.
not, please contact Amrita or Ritesh sir.
You will receive this kind of email on your registered mail. So here is the link. Click here to join. Every day you have to join from this link only.
Yeah. So this link will be available, and please save this email, because this will be your gateway into all the morning meetings. So if you lose this email, again, sir will have to generate one for you. So please star mark this email and save it. Anything sir's available, Amrita is available, please feel free to contact. And Ritesh sir, it has to be a Gmail based email ID.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
For virtual session, you will be posted the email on your email, you'll be sent the link.
Yeah.
Prachi Diwan, we haven't got your registration, so how will you get an email? We haven't got your registration yet. I don't see that registration. So please get in touch with Amrita. All the admin work is handled by Amrita, so she'll be the one to answer. And Ritesh sir will do the backhand work for all the alignment. So I hope everyone's clear. If you aren't, please again feel free to contact the two of them. Send them a WhatsApp and they will be happy to answer. So thank you everyone. God bless you all. And I'll see you all tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Lots of love, light, and abundance. Take care.